So here we are, working on the blown head gasket. We already got the carb off, got it over here. Now I'm going to take off the intake and exhaust manifolds, and a bunch of other shit's going to have to come off too. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so here we are. We got the whole engine back together after installing a new head gasket. Had some help from Greg, Josh, Vic, a whole bunch of guys. We got it all back together, or at least 90% of the way there. And unfortunately, we broke the EGR pipe. Where the hell did I put that bolt? So I can show you. The pipe that runs from the intake to the exhaust, we broke the nut. Pipe was welded to. Where the hell did I put that thing? Damn! Oh, here it is. Yeah, this guy here goes into the exhaust, and the other pipe goes into the intake. And it broke off right here where they're welded together. Got like a weird growling noise. Still sputtering though. Making rubber off. No idea what the problem is, but it's always sputtering. Try changing the plugs. As I put this guy in. There you have it, my friends. Good as new. Took a lot of elbow grease. A lot of work, but she runs good as new. I replaced the water pump, fixed the timing, did an oil change, flushed the coolant. Obviously, I replaced the head gasket. Yeah, I mean, did so much work on this, you wouldn't believe it. But I highly recommend that if someone ever blows their head gasket, to give it a shot. Because I've learned a hell of a lot about the whole way it goes together, the way everything works. I wish I documented the whole thing, but honestly, it's almost too difficult to document. The best thing to do is get one of these guys here. Victor has the factory service manual. This is the Haynes one, but it covers all the steps you would need to do to do your own head gasket, or anything else for that matter. But to cover what I did, I changed the water pump, did all the stuff I said. It was quite the job, because after we put it all back together the first time, go to start her up, and it was running like shit, and we pulled apart the carburetor like 10 times, made all new gaskets myself, out of like gasket paper. Put it all back together. It was still running like shit. Everyone I spoke to said it was a vacuum leak, but it ended up actually not being a vacuum leak. It ended up being that when we put everything back together, the timing was off by like 2 teeth. So fix that up and she runs good as new. So I'll just rev her up for her. There we go. Runs good as new. Anyways, it's a good idea to pick up one of these guys. On a completely unrelated note, I got these magazines here. The Project Car SR5 to GTS conversion. And if anyone's ever thinking of doing a conversion, I highly recommend you pick these up. Covers everything you'd want to know. If I can just jump to a few good sections. Shows you how to do, well, whatever. Shows you how to do all the wiring, shows you how to make coilovers, shows you how to do manual steering, installing your rear axle. There's 2 issues. Oh yeah, it even shows you how to do a little bit of engine work too. For the 4AG, not the 4AC. And the second issue covers putting the engine in, obviously all the little stuff like the fluids, and pulling your fenders, installing JDM bumpers, doing the wiring on your JDM bumpers, as well as some other stuff. Let me see if I can find anything else. And setting up a LSD. It's really handy stuff. I was actually thinking of doing the conversion myself, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure whether now that I got this going, whether I want to pull it all out, or if I want to sell her off and find a GTS. But anyways, mission accomplished. Oh, one other thing. I did do the oil change myself, I did do the coolant myself, I did do the water pump myself, as well as pulling the fan out and all that fun stuff. I figured, you know, it was all pretty straightforward stuff that any guy would know how to do. But if there is a demand, I mean, I can film a video on how to do oil changes or flushes or whatever else there may be. Checking for vacuum leaks. Oh, I did that for hours. Or checking for spark with your plugs, or checking your timing. I've done it all, so I'm sure I could film a video if anyone needs to know that kind of stuff. But if there's no demand, no point filming, I guess. Anyways, anyone can do this. I did this, and I knew about a year ago or about 2 years ago, I knew nothing about cars except for push the gas to go. So, you know, if I can do this, there's no reason anyone out there can't. So give it a shot.
Do the impossible, see the invisible. Roll, roll, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, roll, fight the power. What you gonna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. This is the thing of G coming through, baby. Roll, roll, fight the power. Power to the peeps, power for the dream. Still missing piece, scattering so incomplete. We be that most incredible soldier from underground.